Hi, welcome to the another video. Now we will be seeing the dividend theories, relevance theory and irrelevance theory. The theory is classified into two. We'll see one by one. We'll explore the fundamental theories behind the dividend policy decisions and understand how dividends impact firms' value and investor behavior. The first one, the dividend irrelevance theory, founded by Modigliani-Miller, MM. It is otherwise called as MM approach. MM hypothesis claims dividend policies does not affect the firm value, which means whether the company gives the dividend or whether they retain the profit, it will not affect the business value, or it will not affect the share prices of the company, or it will not affect the market value of the company. That means there is no relationship between the dividend decisions and the value of the firm. That is what we call irrelevance theory. In perfect market, investors don't care about the dividend versus capital gains. The key points of this theory is no taxes or transaction cost involved in this theory. Then investors indifferent to dividend or reinvestment. The investors they don't bother about the dividend, or they don't bother whether the companies retain the profit in the project or for any other reinvestment purposes. Firm value unaffected by the dividend decisions. So these are all the key assumptions in dividend irrelevance theory. Example, suppose a company X earns $1 million profit and it may pay $0.50 per share dividend, or they can reinvest their profit. MM approach states this choice does not change the company's value, or it will not have any impact on the shareholders' perceptions. That is what we call the dividend irrelevance approach tells. This slide depicts MM theory assumptions and criticism. MM theory assumes perfect market, which is unrealistic. Real-world factors challenge its conclusions. First one, taxes. Dividend and capital gains have different tax treatment. Transaction cost. Reinvesting dividends incurs fees and other expenses. Information asymmetry. Dividends serve as signals about company health. Behavioral finance. Investors' biases influence dividend preferences. So these are all the MM's theory assumption and criticism. Now let us see the MM theory's advantages and disadvantages. The MM theory's advantages are the followings. Modigliani-Miller's approach. Since the Modigliani-Miller's approach having no impact on the dividend decision, it provides baseline to understand that in perfect market, capital structure does not impact the company value, and it focuses on operating performance. It emphasizes that firm value is driven by earnings and investment decisions, not financing decisions. simplifications through assumptions. By assuming no taxes, transaction cost, bankruptcy cost, it provides simplified model to study more complex scenarios. Thank you.